our questions from our subscribers. We got one that we're going to go with today, and then we'll do a few on Friday, but we'll just go for one today, and it's from our guy, Nelson Martinez 4722. His question: I feel like a fake Sixers fan even asking this, but I think it's time. When is it time to give up on Joel Embiid? Can we honestly win a championship with someone as injury-prone as him? We have to keep him the rest of the year because of the contract, but is a trade this offseason something that you feel could realistically happen? Teja, if Embiid took a pay cut, would you be willing to deal with the injuries if it meant no championships? Just kidding. I love the show, guys. Eric, you're true Sixers GOAT.
Okay, thank you, Nelson. Let me see here. He said a couple things here differently. A few different things. Do I think the Sixers can win a championship with him being injury prone? Yes. How is him not being injured during the run when they're playing well? So you could be injury prone, but if you're healthy when you make your run, it's no different than a guy. Let me give you an example. Anthony Davis, per se, who was known to be a little injury prone, but when the Lakers made their run during the bubble, he was playing. So if you get hot, you make your run, then if he's playing, he's healthy, and he's playing at the level that we all know he's capable of playing, even though we don't know if he's ever going to get back there, we just hope so. If he's playing at that level, then yes, they can. But it's more about the opportunity of him being able to do it. As far as him resting him for the rest of the year, rest of the season, I understand that thought. I'm not there yet. My biggest issue is I really don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know what's wrong. I mean, I know what part of his body it is, but we really don't know the severity of it. We don't really know what's wrong. So I'm sort of answering the question based on he will play this year and he will come back. That being said, I don't think that it's shutdown time now because one, it's still early in the season, even though statistics say we're not going to make a comeback. But I do feel being on record is 4-14, and we're only like 3 or so games back from the 10th seed.
Yep.
I think with the play-in games, you still give yourself an opportunity to play in the postseason. And if we obviously can be right during that time, we have a great chance to continue to play. So I would say maybe whatever their plan is, you can probably continue to plan, and then hopefully the team can improve once everyone gets back and you kind of see improvement and we're kind of moving up the standings. I don't think you do that from that perspective, and I would expect him to come back. Now, if this is something that's not going to get better this year, and it's obvious that's the case, I think you would come to a point where you shut him down, but not in enough to make a trade in the during the season. I just don't think you can trade a guy like this during the season. But during the offseason, you can move him, but you may not have very much leverage if you haven't played him this season. So even with his immense amount of talent, you can cut your leverage by him sitting out the whole season. So I think it bodes well for everyone for him to play as much as possible, if he can.
First off, would I be okay with a pay cut? Yeah.
Yes, you will. Of course you will. Yeah. Anybody gets less money, you okay with it?
Yes. I mean, if he plays 30% less games, 30% less money, I don't see a problem with that. So this isn't the NFL, so there's no such thing as a pay cut anyway. They don't really do that in the NBA. So it does feel weird just saying this, but because of Embiid's contract and injury concerns, I don't know if a team would take him on with that size contract and what he's got going on right now and the mystery behind it. I don't know if a team would. especially all the cap restrictions we have in the NBA now. This isn't the old NBA where you could just trade someone and just go over the cap. You can't do that anymore. So,
I do think that it's someone out there that would take them, but like I know, that all depends on what you're taking back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I thought of one. This is the one I came up with. If Curry and him are very close, if Curry went to management and Kerr and were like, hey, the final, the final dance, last dance for us to try to make it work here. Get Embiid. Let's do it. Get Embiid here. We'll manage his minutes. Make it happen. Right? That's a team trying to just push while Curry's in his last final few years. I wouldn't think that'd be crazy. They've been an all-in. They were trying to go for George. They've been kind of an all-in status for a little while now, especially as their team just gets older. But again, what are we taking back here? What we got, Wiggins and Gary Payton and Kuminga would be like the main piece there. But I mean, does that really help us in the picks for a team that's going to be probably in the 20s for the next few years with that team assembled? I mean, that's the kind of deal you're looking at, though, right? You're not looking at getting, an unprotected first-round pick for 3 years in a row. Not that what we would have gotten years ago for him. So, yeah, I mean, trading's an option for the teams that can actually do it. But what are those teams looking to send back? Because any team looking to send back stuff wants to be a contender with Embiid. That's why they're trading for him, right, in the short window that he has left. So I don't even think it'd be worth it to do it. I mean, even if you could, what would you be getting back? Stuff for Embiid. So, and then to get the true value return, he needs to look like himself again. But if he looks like himself again, then Nelson Martinez is not going to want to do that deal anymore. So the moment Embiid looks like himself, averaging 33 and 11, no one's going to want to be talking about sending Embiid for stuff anymore. That's going to go bye-bye. So, it's all about what's happening right now.
And again, they gave him that deal knowing what his problem with his knee was. So they obviously, Sixers management obviously is okay with what's going on there.
Yep.
So, all right, Nelson, we appreciate the question, man. We appreciate the love.